This call is now being recorded.
Okay. The last part of this unit is point number 5, that is orthogonal frequency division multiple access. Orthogonal frequency division multiple access. What is orthogonal? Orthogonal is nothing but which is not the same. Which is not the same. If one code is allocated, if one code is allocated for one user, the different code has to be allocated to the other user. So orthogonal. With respect to that, the frequency has to be divided. So whatever the channels we are using, whatever the channels are assigned, those channels has to be subdivided. Whatever we have seen in the cellular concept, the existing cell has to be divided into the smaller cells, that is of micro cells. That has to be done here. Instead of any interference has to be taken place with the two signals, there is no collision between the two signals, that has to be taken care by this orthogonal frequency division multiple access. This technique has been used in this 4G technique, that is fourth generation technique, that has to be used in orthogonal frequency division multiple access. The main function of this orthogonal frequency division multiple access is it has to carry a multiple carriers. Carry is nothing but just you have to carry the signal. That is multiple carrier communication, multiple carrier modulation techniques. And where we are using this OFDM technique, that is for 4G LTE. That is what is the full form of LTE? That is long term evolution. That is for long term evolution, we are using this technique, that is orthogonal frequency division multiple access. This orthogonal frequency division multiple access has to carry a higher data rates. Has to carry, that is higher data rates. Okay, that has to be taken care by this orthogonal frequency division multiple access. This technique has to be used in your 4G, in your Wi-Fi and your WiMAX. What is the full form of WiMAX? The worldwide interoperability for microwave access. WiMAX is the worldwide interoperability for microwave access. And this orthogonal frequency division multiple access, we call it as it has to carry the multiple carriers. If there are multiple carriers, we have to use a multiple modulation techniques. We have to use a multiple modulation techniques. If the carrier signal is analog, analog is nothing but what? A sinusoidal signals. If the carrier signal is analog, the sinusoidal signal, the modulation technique has to be used are amplitude modulation, frequency modulation and phase modulation. These are the three modulation techniques we are using for carrying the sinusoidal signal. If the signal is digital, we are using the modulation techniques are ESK, that is amplitude shift keying, FSK frequency shift keying, PSK phase shift keying and QPSK quarter phase shift keying. These are some of the modulation techniques we are using for analog and for the digital signals. The main function of this OFDM, that is orthogonal frequency division multiple access, has to divide the larger signals into the smaller signals. Has to divide the larger signal to the smaller signals. It has to divide the allocated bandwidth into the sub bandwidth, so that whatever the signal has to be divided, whatever the channel has to be divided, those divided bandwidth has to be allocated to the individual subcarriers, so that subcarrier has to reach to the particular destination individually. That has to be reached to the particular destination individually. That process has to be taken care in this orthogonal frequency division multiple access. Okay. Orthogonal frequency division multiple access is a wireless technology that has to be used in wireless fidelity, WiMAX and 4G technique. that is 4G is a cellular technique that has to be used in LTE, that is long term evolution, and it is to carry the higher data rates, that is to carry the higher data rates, that is the higher data rates has to be taken place in your 4G LTE, that is of 4G WiMAX, and that has to be used, that technique is OFDM technique. The OFDM is a combination of modulation and multiplexing. What is the combination? It is a modulation, combination of modulation. There are two types of modulation. For analog carrier signal, we are using amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation. And for digital modulation, digital signals, we are using different modulation, that is amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, phase shift keying, and quadrature phase shift keying. These are the different modulation techniques we are using for carrying the analog signal and for carrying the digital signal. The main point you have to remember for this orthogonal is the number of carriers has to be subdivided into subcarriers. Okay, whatever the bandwidth is allocated for a user, that bandwidth has to be subdivided for subcarriers. That has to be used in this way of DMA. That is multi-carrier communication, multi-carrier modulation technique. What is with my carrier? You already know this. What is a carrier? You have to carry the signal. As the name suggests, its job is to carry the signal. Its job is to carry the signal from one place to other place. One place to other place. The carrier may be the cosine or sine wave. Okay, there are a number of carrier modulation techniques we are using. That is amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, phase modulation, amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, phase shift keying, and quadrature phase shift keying. In the real life also, we are using some of the carrier signals, that is your bus, train, and aeroplane. What it is doing? The bus, that has the people has to be moving from one place to other place. That is carrying the users. It has to carrying the user from one location to other location. The same train is also roaming, that has to be carry the particular person or a particular user, that is to from reaching the particular destination, that taken care by this carrier. Aeroplane, same, we are changing the some of the locations for many longer distance communication. We are using for longer distance locations, we are using this aeroplane. I told you there are two carriers. One is a sinusoidal and one is a digital signal. Okay, the carrier is a sinusoidal wave. Information is a baseband signal. Okay, sinusoidal wave is nothing but what? Information is baseband. What is the main meaning of this baseband is nothing but what? There is no modulation. Baseband signal is there is no modulation, as it is. Whatever the signal you are receiving, as it is, signal has to be transferred to the some number of blocks. Okay, and that same signal has to be transferred to the transponder block. The function of transponder is to change the frequency, is to strengthen the particular signal, that is to remove the particular noise present in that signal and get it back to the station with a pure signal, with a strengthening of the signal. That function has to be taken. After that, that is taken. The sinusoidal wave, that is the information is in baseband signal, and the modulation technique has to be used in AM, FM, and PM for analog communication system. AM, FM, and PM for analog communication system. And for digital, the information has to be carried in that forms of bits, symbols, baud rates, bytes. These are some of the examples how the digital information has to be carried out. Bits is nothing but zeros and ones. Zeros and ones. Symbols, that is to be taken care by this 010, 0110. Like this, the symbols has to be taken place. Okay, and the modulation techniques used for this digital signal information for carrying the signal is amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, phase shift keying, and quadrature phase shift keying. These are some of the modulation techniques can be used for this carrying the digital information. Why this orthogonal frequency division we are using? Because uh, many users are using different languages. Many users are using different languages. For example, we are using Marathi, we are using Kannada, we are using English. Some of the people are using Chinese, whatever it is. So this is the some of the languages has to be used. These languages has to be assigned to this orthogonal. Orthogonal. We can't understand the particular language the person is speaking. Chinese language we can't understand. English, if it is English, we can easily understand the particular English language. So that is what, if many users are speaking in different languages, that is orthogonal. Orthogonal, different signals, different languages, that has to be taken care by this OFDMA technique. So language, the same language has speaking in the other end of the same person. The same person has to understand that particular language. That is what orthogonal. The English people, the English user can understand English. Chinese user, the Chinese people can understand Chinese. For understanding particular Chinese, you have to learn that particular language. Then and then only we can came to know that the particular word has to be said by this, like this. That is what orthogonal. The different codes has to be allocated for a sub carriers. The main carrier has to be divided into the sub carriers. So that is what orthogonal, which is not the same. Orthogonal is nothing but which is not the same. And the main function of this orthogonal is nothing but it has to split higher data streams into number of lower data streams. If the signal is high, if the data bit is high, if the symbols are high, if the data bytes are high, that symbols, bits and bytes are divided into smaller bytes, smaller bits, smaller symbols. That function has to be done in OFDMA technique. In the diagram you are saying there are number of sinusoidal waveforms are incombined, but at the receiver end, it is separated. It is separated. How? Why it is combined? In a common channel, all the signals are transferring. Means what? One is in English, one is Chinese, one is in Marathi. You have to see. You are seeing the three sinusoidal waveforms. One is Chinese, one is English, one is Marathi. So the Marathi signal has reached to the particular Marathi. The Chinese waveform has reached to the particular Chinese, and the English waveform has reached to the particular English at the receiver. So that is what this technique has taken care that whatever the language is there, the same code has, the same language has to be taken care. The same language has to be understood by the other end of the user. That function has to be done in this OFDMA technique, and it is going to avoid a particular fading. The fading is occurs in the particular signal. Fading is nothing but that is little bit blur is going to occur whenever we are getting the bad weather conditions. That function, that fading has to be avoided in this OFDMA technique. This OFDMA technique is mainly depends on multipath propagations. Multi means many signals has to be coming from different users through the propagations of light, propagation of sound and propagation of waves. This is what the concept of OFDMA. This completes your unit number 3. The unit number 3 is which one? Anyone tell me what is the unit number 3? What is unit number 3?